Lisa, mama. Here we go. Yeah. Oh no. No, yeah. All right, loves. Let's do this. Okay. Hi, friends. Thank you for being here. Special announcements, just FYI. There's some changes happening at the studio, not anything crazy, but just some classes are changing next month, starting in September. There's three teachers coming on, and Rhett is leaving, and I think the other teachers have already gone. Steph is gone, and Rachel's gone. So John is now teaching a soft flow class on Saturdays at 10:30, which is lovely, I think. John Cottrell. Yeah. Yeah, so he has his 9 p.m. power and then 10:30 soft flow Saturday. Yeah. Yeah. And then there will be another Kundalini class that will be an early morning Kundalini at 6 a.m. And then I think it's 6 a.m. on Wednesdays. And then 4 p.m. Fridays is a slow flow restore with someone named Melissa. I don't know her, but she seems lovely. And then last but not least, there is Anastasia's coming back. So 5 p.m. on Thursdays, is that right? Yeah, 5 p.m. on Thursdays. So, okay, if you have to go to her class instead of mine sometimes. Okay. All right. Yeah, and then I have a couple of retreats coming up. I have teacher training starting next month, yoga teacher training. If anyone wants to hop on board, let me know. Ask me any questions. Yeah, let's just practice, I suppose. Anybody have anything they want to add? Comments, questions, concerns? Okay, well, let's do it then. So find, if you are not already there, find your seated meditation. So I always, you know me, I like to move a little bit. So I always like to just kind of move my body, get my wiggles out and feel whatever's going on inside physically. So feel free to move if you need to, want to, or just feel so inclined. And then as you're ready, just settle into stillness. So eventually bring your hands to rest somewhere intentionally. And close your eyes. If you prefer to keep your eyes open, see if you can at least just lower and soften your gaze so you're not looking around the room, the satellite eyes. So start to bring your awareness a little more inward. Start to notice how you feel, not just physically, and not just your thoughts, but see if you can go a little bit deeper. See if you can feel into energetically what's flowing through your inner space today. And are there any emotions present? Sometimes we've got a lot of emotions, really obvious emotions, fresh emotions, and sometimes there's not much there. So there's no right or wrong. We're just getting curious. We're just noticing. And then if you haven't already, start to feel into and bring more awareness to your breath. Feel into the rise and fall of each inhale and each exhale. And with your next inhalation, fill up as big as you possibly can. And when you think you are completely full, see if there's even an extra little sip of air you can find at the top. And out your mouth, let it go. Good. Do two more just like that. So great big inhale. Hold in fullness. Extra sip if it's there. And when you're ready, let it out your mouth. Ah. Very nice, my friends. Last one. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Fill up every little space inside. Hold, extra sip, maybe even 2 extra sips this time. Out your mouth, let it go. Seal your lips now. And begin to drop into what we call Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi is a Sanskrit term. Translated from Sanskrit means vibrant breath. So turn on your vibrant breath. There's power behind it. There's a gentle effort behind it. It's strong and intentional. Yet it's also slow and steady and smooth and calming, regulating. So I love Ujjayi breath in my yoga practice and also out there in my life. I think it's so valuable. It's such a valuable tool. It's not only does it power you through from the inside, but it calms you down from the inside, helps you regulate. So if you haven't figured out Ujjayi breath yet, no big deal, but stay curious about it. It's not meant to distract you from your practice. It's meant to take you deeper into your practice. So if you want to stay here a little bit longer, just connecting to your own rhythm, your own vibration, or if you want to come back here at any time, please feel free. If you're ready to start moving, please come forward to your hands and your knees, tabletop position. And once you are there, anything that feels good or interesting or curious in your body this morning, so intuitive movement, no right or wrong. So invitation to even close your eyes, really get out of your head, let go of how you look on the outside, let go of how anybody in this room looks on the outside, and just focus on what you feel inside. So sensations, pulsations, not just what feels good, but what feels tight, what feels stiff. And you're not noticing so that you can fix it. You're noticing just so that you can explore it and become more curious about what's there. So we're just starting to listen and tune in. We're telling our bodies, oh, hey, I'm paying attention to you. I'm sending you my big deep breaths. I'm sending you my awareness. I'm responding to whatever you're telling me, to what I feel. And every time you find you're distracted by something outside, no big deal. That's normal. We're human. But just notice and go back in, connect with your breath, connect with sensation. So your breath is your anchor to the present moment. Always, you always have it with you. In your next few rounds, my friends, find your way back to a downward facing dog pose. So no hurry. You can get there however you want to. And once you are in down dog, just do pretty much the same thing. Peel around, pedal out your heels, give your head a little shake or a little nod. Might feel nice to take your feet out really wide to the width of your mat and kind of transfer your weight from side to side there. Good breathing. I love that I can hear your breath. So feel into that lift that comes from your center. So you guys hear me say it all the time. Imagine there's an invisible rope that's attached to your belly button and it's lifting you up out of your hands, out of your wrists, out of your shoulders even. So that invisible rope pulls up and tugs towards the top corner of the back wall. Take one more great big inhale into your down dog here. And as you exhale, just slowly crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. Nice job. Once you are in your fold, bring your feet wider than your hips. So maybe they're mat width distance apart. Maybe they're not quite that wide, but all of your toes are facing forward. And then take an inhale and bend your knees a ton. Stick your butt out, lengthen through your spine and the back of your neck. So fingertips on the ground. And if you want, you can even bring your hands to blocks or to your front shins if that's helpful. Gaze down and feel the back of your neck lengthen. Your knees are bent a lot. You're sticking your butt out like you're in a squat. Notice if your knees are collapsing in towards each other, and see if you can press into the outer edges of your feet a little more. Take one more inhale, lengthen your spine, lengthen the back of your neck. As you exhale, fold. So butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground. Do that a few more times back and forth. Inhale, bend your knees, lengthen your spine. And exhale, bow deeply all the way to empty, crown towards the ground, navel to spine. And inhale, bend your knees, lengthen. Good breathing. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, bend your knees, lengthen your spine and the back of your neck. Exhale, fold deeply. This time from your fold, start to roll up really, really slow, roll all the way to stand. And once you are standing, so your head is the very last thing to lift and stack. If you want, you can bring your feet in a little closer, however you prefer them, and take some rolls with your shoulders up, back, and down. And you can reverse your circles. You could even try rolling your shoulders different directions at different times. One goes forward, one goes back. So just getting curious. And eventually mountain pose. So arms out to your sides with your palms face open. Root down through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head. So I know at Core Power, for some reason, they teach mountain with arms reaching up. Traditionally, it's arms down by your sides. Core Power Yoga makes up their own stuff. It's just whatever. It's cool. But today we're at Mosaic. Take a great big inhale into your mountain pose. So feel strong and bold and powerful. And then exhale, let it go out your mouth. Ah, nice work. Inhale, Ujjayi breath, arms reach up. And exhale, take your slow dive down. Hinge at your hips all the way down and fold. Breathe in, lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. Let's take it back up. This time lead with your heart to rise. Arms overhead as you inhale. High mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart. Connect back to you. Let's do that once more. Breath to movement. Inhale, reach. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to dive down slowly. So traction out your spine. Amazing, beautiful, everyone. With your inhale, halfway lift. Feel the length in the back of your neck, sides of your neck. Stick your butt out. Exhale, fold. Nice, Kirsten. Press into your feet. Lead with your heart. Rise up, arms overhead. And hands to heart center. Exhale. All right, this time, inhale, take your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. For a moment, everybody bend your elbows a lot and suction cup your palms together. Then imagine you're throwing your hands in the washing machine and make them go around as fast as they can. So circle them around faster, 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 circle, circle, circle. Reverse those circles, opposite direction. You should start to feel some heat building in your arms and your shoulders. Keep circling for 3, 2, 1. Now stretch, reach your knuckles back, lift your heart up. You can keep your palms pressing if you prefer. You can let them come apart. Try not to lock out your elbows or hyperextend. One more in-breath. Exhale, keep your clasp. Hinge at your hips all the way down. Bend your knees as much as needed so that your neck can relax and your head can be heavy. You can give your head a little shake or a little nod. Maybe you buzz your lips like a horse. Yes, if you lift your knuckles higher, lift your sit bones higher. Nice work. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Nice and easy. Let your arms hang down. Give them a little shake out. Next inhalation, halfway lift position. And then from this place, plant your hands or your fingertips. Walk them forward lightly like you're a four-legged animal. So light, light, light. Plank position is where you'll end up. top of a push-up. So shoulders over wrists, hips level with shoulders for your yoga plank, and then push the ground away. So notice if it feels like you're sinking into your elbow joints or your shoulder joints, push into the ground and find your strength. Take an inhale, maybe rock forward onto your tippy toes or bring your knees down to modify. Exhale, lower halfway. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Nice, Anya. Inhale, push back up, high plank. One more like that. Slow motion. Exhale, halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly, strong legs. Inhale, push back up. Awesome, Mikkel. Exhale, slow as you can go all the way to your belly. All right, Spider-Man Cobra, hands out nice and wide on the hardwood floor. Fingertips down, elbows face up, lift your heart, breathe in. And then as you exhale, take a little twist to your right side, dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, lift your heart back through center, tone your belly. Other side, exhale, twist. Nice work. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Find your way up to a tabletop position, hands and knees. So spread your fingers really wide and actively push down. Feel your strong arms, feel your strong shoulders, even feel your pectoral muscles. So your chest muscles are firing. Draw your belly button in and up. So feel your navel hug in towards your spine. Back of your neck is long, gaze down. Take your right arm forward, left leg back for a spinal balance. So hips are square, inner thighs face each other. Nice, Tati. As you reach your right arm forward, your palm faces in, your thumb faces up like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Awesome, Jane. Back of your neck long, gaze down. Feel long, strong, and powerful. One more inhale. Beautiful work. Nice, Chris. Elbow to knee, slow motion, exhale. Good, Rose. Inhale, get long, strong, and powerful, like you're moving through honey, slowly and intentionally. Elbow to knee, exhale, curl in, hollow out. Yes. Inhale, reach. Nice, Cece. And last one, all the way to empty, curl in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Awesome, Edie. All right, listen. As you exhale, set just your right hand down. Pivot on your right knee. So your right foot comes to the outside of your mat, and then left arm to the sky. Modified side plank, open towards the windows. Squeeze through your outer right glute. It's called your medial glute. And see if you can press your hips forward a little bit more. So open through the front of your hips in front of your heart. Perhaps your left arm reaches forward, bicep next to your ear, lengthen your left side. Only if you want. Final option, bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot. Once you've got it, gentle leverage, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Rather than kicking your foot up, which I know is easier, try to kick your foot straight back and let your heart look up. Nice, Callie. Press your hips forward, squeeze through your outer right glute. Good adjustment, Tati. Take one more deep breath. Beautiful. Slowly release. Come back to hands and knees. All right, from hands and knees, my friends, you're going to come down to your right forearm. So right forearm like it's in dolphin pose. And then your left hand scoots back about a foot or so. So I want you to feel like your left arm is in a chaturanga. Your elbow stacks over your wrists and your shoulders are level. So at first, usually my left shoulder is higher than my right. See if you can level off your shoulders. And then notice if your left shoulder is kind of rolling forward and collapsing, roll it back and down. So your shoulder blade is hugging towards your spine. Relax your neck, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and lift your hips. So this is a variation of dolphin from forest yoga. You can stay right here, press into your right forearm, press into your left hand, or option, see if you can take your right leg off the ground, reach it up. So right leg lifts, press into right forearm, press into left hand. Your left arm is in chaturanga. You guys look so good, so strong. Nice work. Relax your neck, soften your face. Be here for 1 or 2 more deep breaths. Open mouth size, more than welcome. Feel that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button, bottom of your next exhale. Nice, Diane. Right foot down, knees down. Take a moment, sit back into a hero's position, kneeling meditation. If this isn't for you, you can take any other seated position you would like. Start with your arms down by your sides and just let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. Stay here or reach your left arm out and down. Final option is to bring your right hand to the side of your head, right above your left ear. Just gentle pressure. Press your hand into your head back into your hand. Good. If you want to, you can even take your left arm behind your back. Take one more big, deep breath. Keep your head the same, but release your arms down by your sides. Chin to chest, roll your head forward slowly, gently. Draw little micro smiley faces with the crown of your head, little baby smiley faces. And then eventually left ear over to your left shoulder. You can hang out right here or add those variations. Right arm out and down, left hand to the side of your head above your right ear. And if you want, right forearm behind your back at any time. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths on this side. Soft face, soft jaw. Lengthening the side of your neck. Good. Leave your head as it is. Bottom of your next exhale, release your arms to your sides. Roll your chin to your chest one more time. Those little micro smiley faces, just a few of them. And then go ahead and come forward to hands and knees, tabletop. As you're ready, downward facing dog. So lift your hips back and up and walk it out. Ujjayi breath. If you've lost it, reconnect. Slow, steady, powerful, intentional. Take a great big inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, look to the top of your space this time. Step or float, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift position, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pause right here. Bring your feet out to the width of your yoga mat. This time, pivot your toes out, heels in, low squat, malasana. So if at all possible, keep your heels on the ground. And sometimes that means taking your feet out a little bit wider. Elbows to your inner knees or inner thighs, hands to heart. You can absolutely stay here or option to extend your left arm out to the left, right arm to the sky. Gaze up at your right fingertips. Press your arm into your leg into your arm, and see if you can use that to open more. So open through the right side of your heart. Breathe down into your groin, your hips. One last round on this side. And then switch it up. Unwind. Right arm out, left arm up. Heels down. Maybe even see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Notice if you tend to roll onto the inner edges of your feet or just one foot. Try to find balance. Open through the left side of your heart. One last round on this side. And let it go. All right, slowly lift your hips and heel toe your feet in however you prefer them. All 10 toes face forward, halfway lift position on an inhale, realign. Exhale, bow and fold. Rise all the way to stand, arms overhead, breathe in, stretch tall, high mountain. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, arms to the sky. And then this time, interlace your fingers here, steeple your index fingers. If it's possible, press your palms together and squeeze your biceps next to your ears. So arms are long and strong. Hug in with your inner thighs like you're squeezing an invisible yoga block. One more inhale here. Reach, lengthen. Exhale, send your hips to the left. Upper body goes right. Notice if your left shoulder went forward, pull it back. Notice if you bent your elbows or your arms got lazy. Squeeze your biceps next to your ears. Try to press your palms one last round. Good breathing. Inhale back to center. Realign, lengthen out, and other side. Hips right, upper body left. So feel into all that length and space in your right waistline, right rib cage, more weight in your right foot. Good. Squeeze your biceps next to your ears. Make your arms long and strong. Last round. Good. Back to center. Breathe in. As you exhale, chair plane. Arms swing back as you bend your knees and sit low. So keep a little opening through your heart like you're doing cobra pose. Shoulder blades hug your spine. Only if you want to. Invitation to interlace your fingers here. Good job. Wherever you're at, invitation to float up to your tiptoes. And then if you're on your tiptoes, drinking bird. Core Power made that name up and I love it. So straighten your legs and dip your beak down low. So just play like you're a bird drinking. All right. Next time you inhale, we're all going to meet in a high mountain. So heels can come down. Release your clasp, arms up. Fill up with breath and then exhale takes you down slowly into your fold. Beautiful, friends. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Pause at the top of your push-up. Find your strength. Spread your fingers and push the ground away. Breathe in. Maybe little rock forward. Halfway down. Once again, chaturanga. Hold until you're empty. Inhale. Push back up. High plank. Yes. Exhale. Halfway down. One more time. Just like that. Strong arms. Strong belly. Inhale. Push up. Good. And exhale all the way down. Nice and easy. Take it slow. Inhale, Spider-Man Cobra. So hands out wide, up on your fingertips, lift your heart. We're going to go somewhere different this time. So you might not be quite as high as you move into this. You might lower your chest just a little. Bend your right knee, press into your right fingertips. Roll up and over onto the outside of your left hip. So reach your right toes towards the ground behind you, like your right leg is a scorpion tail. And then maybe you dip your left shoulder down and feel more of a stretch there. Maybe you feel something in your low back. Breathe into it. So feel your body and use your breath. One last round. Slowly back through center and we'll change it up. So right leg is straight now. Left knee bends. Press into your left set of fingertips and roll up and over onto your outer right hip. Breathe. Right shoulder dips down. Whatever you feel. We're not trying to fix it. We're just noticing, getting curious. Last round. Slowly release back to center. Tabletop position, hands and knees. All right, spread your fingers very wide. Push into the ground, strong arms. Back of your neck long. So think of your neck as an extension of your spine. That's what it is. So make it long and keep it neutral. Left arm forward, right leg back. Left arm, right leg. So back of your neck long, sides of your neck long. You're not going for a smiley face shape. You're going for a strong, straight, powerful line. Inner thighs face each other. Imagine you're pressing your back foot on an invisible wall behind you. One more in breath. Nice, Tati. As you exhale, elbow to knee. So slow motion, round and hollow out. Nice, Mikkel. Inhale, long, strong, and powerful, like you're moving through honey. Elbow to knee as you exhale, curl in. Feel your spine round at spinal flexion. Inhale, re-extend. Beautiful breath. Last time, elbow to knee, all the way to emptiness. Inhale, lengthen. Now exhale, just your left hand down. Pivot on your left knee, so your left foot comes to the outside of your mat, and then right arm reaches up, open up. So it's easier, I know, to kind of stick your butt out behind you, but see if you can squeeze through your outer left glute and press your hips forward. Feel the front of your hips open. Nice, Edie. Good job. Awesome, Cece. Maybe your right arm reaches forward, bicep next to your ear. Feel that length in your right side, right waistline. Perfect place to stay, only if you want to. Final option is to bind your pose. Bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. And then once you've got it, nice, Callie, kick and pull, gentle leverage. Beautiful, Jane. So make sure your right shoulder is rolling back and down. Let it open. Let your heart open. Press your hips forward. Squeeze your outer left glute, that medial glute. It's so hard for us to engage for some reason. See if you can find it. Take one last round. Beautiful. Slowly come back, tabletop. Left forearm down, like you're setting up for dolphin with your left arm. Good. And then right hand moves back about a foot or so, like a chaturanga with your right arm. So notice if your wrist is way in front of your elbow, you don't want that. You want your wrist right underneath your elbow. So none of this. Make sure it's nice and aligned. So wrist right under elbow, shoulders level. And then if your right shoulder's rolling forward, plug it back in. So right shoulder blade to your spine. As you are ready, my friends, curl your toes under, lift your knees and lift your hips. So you're pressing with your left forearm. You're pressing with your right hand. Your right arm is strong like it's in chaturanga. At any time now, if you would like, left leg to the sky. Take your left leg up. Ah, yes. Right arm strong. Right arm strong and your right wrist is underneath your elbow. Chaturanga with your right arm. Left arm is in dolphin. Soften your face, relax your neck. 2 more breaths. Active through your left foot, strong through your left leg. Relax your neck. Let your gaze fall somewhere behind you. Bottom of your next exhale. Good job, friends. Bring it all down. Hero's pose. So kneeling position, or if that doesn't work for you, sit any other way you would like. For a moment, maybe just roll out your shoulders or let your head move from side to side a bit. This time we're going to play with eagle arms. So next time you inhale, reach your arms out or all the way up. And then exhale, left elbow underneath right, wrap your arms together. If that's too much, you can grab the backs of your feet instead. And then once you've got your arms, see if you can lift your elbows up and away from your chest just a little bit. And then see if you can tilt your arms to one side and tilt your head to the other side. And then switch it up. Feels. If you don't like it, you don't have to try it. Take a couple more rounds. Bottom of your next exhale, release your arms. You can give them a little shake out. And then we'll do the same thing, other side. So next time you breathe in, arms out or arms all the way up. Exhale, right under left. Same thing, like. See if you can lift your elbows further away from your chest and then play with tilting your arms one way, head the other. Just feel whatever there is to feel. Feel your. And as you're ready, hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Walk it out, reconnect to your ujjayi. All right, great big inhale as you push the ground away. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, nice and long. Exhale, bow. Take it all the way up, rise, arms overhead, breathe in. And hands to heart center as you breathe out. Inhale, arms reach. Pause right here. Right foot is your base. Lift your left knee up, standing staff. So find your balance, focus your gaze, moving into eagle pose with our legs first. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, left knee on top of right, wrap your legs together, sit low. So weight in your right heel, squeeze your inner thigh, spine long, one more in breath. Exhale, left elbow under. So left under, right over, wrap your arms. Take about 2 rounds, sitting back into your eagle pose, squeezing your legs, gaze through your arms. Now, we're gonna keep the arms, unwind your legs. So keep your eagle arms, come back into a standing staff pose with your legs, maybe even extend left leg forward, breathe in. Keep your eagle arms if you can. 3 with eagle arms, so hinge at your hips, left leg back. If you need to let your arms go, totally fine. See if you can feel square hips, long spine. Cross with your back foot. Take one more deep breath. Long one. So release your arms, set your fingertips on the ground, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Bring your hands inside your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the width of your yoga mat. Bring your back knee down. Untuck your toes. Let your hips move towards the ground as you lift your heart up. So imagine you're trying to create a heart opener, cobra pose with your heart. If your right knee tends to fall inwards, see if you can get it to track outwards. If that means pivoting your right toes out a bit, totally fine. Take about 3 more. Good job, my friends. All right, now listen. Tuck your toes under, lift your back knee up, lift your hips up. This is a great place to stay, or see if you can bring your right hand behind your right heel. So I like to grab it with my thumb and my index finger, just kind of cup it, and then use that to work your right shoulder under your right leg a little bit more. Now, if you are with me, reach your right hand up. You're going for your low back or even just your right butt cheek. Reach your left hand up, see if you can clasp your hands. Keep your heart looking down. So not side angle, you're balancing on the ball of your back foot, heart towards the ground, hips lift, strong legs, breathe. Wherever you're at, amazing, you guys. One last round. Let's come out slowly, so unwind. Bring your right foot back to midline, you're framing it. We're moving into a 3-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Open your right hip, bend your right knee. Perfect place to stay. Stay here and hang out, wait for us, or one more inhale. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, get as close as you can. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Reach, lengthen, maybe open up. Right knee, right elbow, or armpit, as high as you can. Inhale, back up. Exhale, last one, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly. Inhale, back up. Now, only if you want to, open your hip and flip your dog. Otherwise, you can hang out in your 3-legged dog with your hip open, totally fine. If you're in flip dog or wild thing, see if you can stretch your front body. So breathe all the way down, stretch your abdominal wall. Beautiful, my friends, last big breath. Awesome, Chris, awesome, Callie. Come back, everybody, regular down dog, walk it out. Ooh. Yeah, walk it out, maybe open mouth sigh. Nice work. Take a great big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, gaze to the top of your space, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Let's roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. So slow, 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 like your spine is a link of chains, one chain link at a time, and then very, very last, your head stacks. After your head stacks, some rolls with your shoulders. Maybe you reverse directions. Maybe you try taking them in different directions, just feeling around. Maybe you involve your wrists. Eventually, mountain pose, arms by your sides or out to your sides, palms open. So feel your mountain pose from the inside out rather than the outside in. Close your eyes and feel your feet on the ground. Maybe you even imagine roots growing down from the soles of your feet, rooting you into the earth. So you're strong, rooted, grounded, and yet you are big and spacious. So draw up through the crown of your head, broaden through the front of your shoulders. Feel your breath flowing through every little space. Stay as you are, fill up as big as you can with your next inhale. Hold in that fullness, maybe take an extra sip, get bigger energetically. And out your mouth, let it out. Ujjayi, inhale, arms up. All right, pause. Left foot is your base this time. Float your right knee up into space, standing staff. So eyes are open and you're focusing your gaze on something in front of you that's not moving. We're sitting into eagle pose just with our legs first. So as you're ready, wrap your right knee on top of your left knee. If you're like me and you can't quite get your toes around your calf, no big deal, but keep your foot active. If you can get that wrap, awesome. Squeeze your legs, lengthen your spine, reach up higher. One more in-breath. Exhale, eagle arms, right under left. Yes, wrap your arms, lift your elbows, sit a little deeper. Breathe, 2 more rounds in your full eagle. Amazing, you guys. Now see if you can keep the arms. Unwind your legs, standing staff. Option only if you want to extend your right leg. Nice, CC. Keep your arms, 1 more inhale. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. So slowly, intentionally, right leg reaches back. Hinge at your hips, spine parallel to the ground. It's like you're in a halfway lift. Nice, Kirsten. And if you need to let go of the arms, no big deal. You guys are amazing. Feel your strong right leg pressing into an invisible wall behind you. One last round, your personal fullest expression. You got this. And slowly, low lunge, release. Hands come down. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out nice and wide. So all the way out to the width of your mat, or maybe even onto the hardwood floor, you choose. Back knee down, you're gonna untuck your back toes, let your hips melt towards the ground, but keep lifting your heart. So see if you can let your heart look straight forward rather than down. You can come up to your fingertips, you can come up to blocks underneath your hands if that's helpful, or a block. Try not to let your left knee fall inwards, but instead track it out. If it helps to pivot your left toes out or even roll onto the pinky toe edge of your left foot, totally fine. Nice, Rose. Yeah, breathe down into your hips. Let them get a little closer to the earth with each exhalation, just 1 or 2 more. All right, now we're gonna switch it up. So curl your back toes under again, lift your back knee, lift your hips. And left hand. So if you want to just hang out here, you can just hang here, or maybe you even work your way down onto your forearms. Otherwise, left hand to the back of your left heel. So grab hold of it. Use that as leverage to get your left shoulder under your thigh as best you can. And then see if you can reach your left hand up. Feel your left butt cheek with your left hand. Bring your right hand up and grab hold. So find your clasp and then hold here, breathe here. Strong through your legs. You're on your back toes. Your heart is looking down at the ground. Yes, amazing. Nice job, you guys. I'm so impressed. Wherever you're at, 2 more breaths. Strong legs, soft face. Slowly unwind. So beautiful. Now bring your left foot back to midline. You're framing your left foot with your hands. 3-legged down dog. So take your left leg back and up. Open up your left hip. Should feel good now. So bend your knee, let that hip open, active through your left foot. Take 1 more inhale. You can stay here if you prefer. Otherwise, left knee, right elbow, exhale. Little twist. Inhale, back up. Open your hip if you want, or just extend if you'd rather. Exhale, left to left. Aim for your armpit super high. Yes. Inhale, back up. Last one, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine. Inhale, back up. Open your hips. Stay here or flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Good. Left arm forward, heart forward. Lift your hips really high. Yes. Breathe down into your belly. Stretch your abdominal wall. Beautiful poses, everyone. Last round. Bring it back. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. Sigh it out. Great big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, look to the top of your space, however you'd like to get there. Forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, bow. Take it all the way up. Arms overhead as you inhale. And hands to heart center, exhale. Let's flow for just a moment, breath to movement. Inhale, high mountain. Interlace your fingers, steeple index. Exhale, side body stretch. Hips go left, upper body goes right. All the way to emptiness. Inhale through center, long, strong, powerful line. Exhale, other side. like a crescent moon shape all the way to empty. Inhale back up. Exhale, chair plane pose. Feel free to float to tiptoes if you want a balance challenge. Feel free to stay on your tiptoes if you'd like. High mountain all the way up as tall as you can grow. Yes, so nice. Maybe stay on your tiptoes. Take your dive down slowly into your fold. Beautiful work. Heels on the ground, lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Pause right here, my friends. From your plank pose, one arm at a time, come down to your forearms, forearm plank. So elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, and especially press down into thumbs and index fingers, inner wrists. If you want to modify, you can make a tripod with your hands instead. It's a little less intense. Back of your neck is long. Draw your belly button in and up. Breathe. Breathe into your back body. Now imagine that invisible rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling straight up. Start to walk your toes in and lift your hips up. Dolphin pose. So full dolphin pose. Hips high. Don't let your elbows drift apart. Don't let your head touch the ground. Press down through the belly of your forearms. Press your heart towards the back wall. Lift your hips. You can stay right where you're at, or you've got about 3 more breaths. If you want to play in your own way, go for it. 3 more deep breaths. You are so much stronger than your mind would ever want you to think you are. Oh, you can do anything for 3 breaths. Exhale out your mouth. Nice job, my friends. Let it all go. Child's, embryo, or hero's pose. So take a moment to just be. Just allow whatever's flowing through, have space to be felt. All that energy inside of you, just notice it, just allow it. And in your next couple of breaths, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Then exhale, step your right foot forward. And we're just gonna come into a wide-legged straddle position. So walk your hands over the left long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten out both legs. Inhale to a halfway lift position, lengthen your spine. And then for a moment, just for fun, see if you can feel your connection to your core, your strong legs. Reach your arms out to both sides like you have great big wings. Palms face the ground. Press the backs of your hands up. At the same time, press your heart down. Feel your back muscles engaged. Stick your butt out. Feel your strong core. Squeeze through the front of your thighs. Feel all that length and space in every direction. One more inhale. And then wherever you want to go, exhale, fold or explore in your own way for about 5 to 7 breaths. Yes, good, you guys. And notice, did your mind go somewhere else? And if so, no big deal. To say, hey, mind, remember, we're here. We're in this yoga class. We're just feeling our body. We're just noticing what's flowing through our inner space today. So your mind's always going to look for something more interesting. It's just what it does. So remind it, right here, my body, so interesting. My breath, so interesting. Million things to notice. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as needed. And then walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. Moving into a pigeon pose. Start to walk your right foot over to the left edge of your mat. And then set your right knee down, your back knee down. So right shin parallel to the front edge of your mat, if that's available. If that's too much, then your foot can come in closer to your groin. You do want your right knee wider than your hip, so towards the outer edge of your mat, not midline. Pull your right hip back, just like you would do in any other standing pose. So in a crescent lunge, right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. You've got an invisible rope pulling up and back on your right butt cheek as you take your bow forward. And then use your breath. Settle in. Breath by breath, just allow your body to settle a little bit more. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything has to change physically. Maybe it's just energetic. With each exhale, something lets go energetically. I like to explore what would it feel like if I could actually soften my heart space. So when we go inside and connect with our body, a lot of times we don't necessarily find answers, but we find more questions, and that's okay. We're just getting curious about the mystery of our bodies, this miracle of being alive. Take about 3 more breaths. Slowly, bottom of your next exhale, start to lift your upper body. We're going to come into a seat, but don't move too quickly. So from pigeon, you're just going to kind of sit, plop over onto the outside of your right glute. Stay here and just let your right shin become parallel to the front edge of your mat. So kind of scoot your hips around until you can get your right shin parallel to the front edge of your mat. Yep. And then slide your left knee up towards your right heel. Bring your hands behind you. Sometimes you have to kind of play around with the placement of your left foot so it doesn't bother your ankle. So you play with that. And then you're starting to lean straight back. Don't go any further than you can keep your left inner knee on the ground. So if your left inner knee lifts, that's where you stop. So left inner knee presses down as you take it back. So rather than trying to create a back bend here, we're actually trying to do the opposite, nice neutral spine. So draw your front ribs in, knit them together. If you are able to lay all the way down, like some people can, see if you can press your left back ribs closer to the ground. So wherever you are, wherever your edge is, just be with it. Take about 3 more breaths. This is working the internal rotation of our left femur bone in our left hip socket. They say, whoever they is, they say that this is one of the first movements to go as we age, this inner rotation. So we just want to keep working it. Some people, it's really natural. Some people, it's really unnatural, like me. Bottom of your next exhale, friends. Start to lift your upper body back up. Go as gracefully as you can. Come back up. And then sit up tall. If you need to modify with your right hand on the ground by your side, totally fine. Otherwise, try to sit up tall and try not to use your hands. Take your left leg, swing it around a few times. So back and forth, back and then forward. So left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Do that a few times, keeping your spine as tall as you can. And try not to lean over to the right unless you really need to. Next time your left leg swings around, keep it there. Yeah. Grab hold of your left knee, and you can choose right heel comes closer to your left glute or right leg extends forward. Hug your left knee in, puff up your chest. Left arm up, breathe in. And then exhale, twist over your left shoulder, left hand comes down behind you. So rather than leaning back onto your left hand, try to lift out of your left hand. Use it to help you sit up taller. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe down into your belly, and every exhale, that's your invitation to twist a little further. So all the way to empty, twist, twist, twist. Nice work. Bottom of your next exhalation. Unwind your upper body and take a little bow. So bring your hands off the right edge of your mat and just round your spine, bow. Your left butt cheek can lift. Breathe down into your low back. All right, lift back up. And this is just for funsies. Extend your right leg forward. We're going to play with an arm balance, baby grasshopper pose. Some of you guys know this. So right hand off the right edge of your mat. Left hand reaches down to grab your right foot. I like the outer edge. You could do peace fingers around big toe. If you can't grab your foot, you could grab your ankle or even just the bottom of your calf. So you might want to watch and then try it. You have to do all these things simultaneously. So I'm going to press into my right hand, step on my left foot, and then use my core to lift my butt and reach it back. I'm doing a chaturanga with my right arm. So it looks like this. So from here, you can just hang out, breathe here, stick your butt out, feel your strong right arm, strong right shoulder. If you can't get your butt off the ground today, no big deal. So press into your right hand, step onto your left foot. Use your left foot. You can use your leg. It's an easier arm balance because you have one foot on the ground. Yes, 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 yes. Butt back. Yes, 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 yes. Amazing. Remember, this is just a party trick. It's not really yoga. Who cares? Don't get down on yourself. All right. Uncross your legs. Shake it out. If you want, you can windshield wiper a bit. We'll find our way back to down dog. So you can get there however you want to. If you're feeling a boat pose, if you're feeling high boat, low boat a few times, go for it. A little bit of extra core work for you. And eventually, so no rush, if you're with me in boat, eventually you'll cross your ankles, roll over your feet. You could hop back or step back. Mr. Vinyasa, down dog eventually. And just walk it out. All right, we're not going to take the wide-legged forward fold on this side. So inhale, left leg high. And exhale, pigeon pose. Yeah. Take your time, set yourself up with just as much intention, attention as you did on the right side. Remember, left butt cheek pulls up and back. So especially if you're somebody who can just plop into pigeon, you feel like you could fall asleep in pigeon, that's not what we want. Your practice probably is then more stability. So if your left butt cheek is on the ground, see if you can get it off the ground. Pull it back and up, and then take your bow forward. Good, nice job, you guys. Good awareness. And then big deep breaths. So those big deep breaths, that's how you let your body know you're safe. You can relax. So sometimes our body starts to feel uncomfortable, starts to feel discomfort. It's like, oh no, what's going to happen? And we start to breathe faster and we start to get anxious. So right now we're telling our body with our breath, we're saying, hey, I know there's a little bit of discomfort. I know you feel something down there in that hip, but I'm right here. We're safe. You can relax. You can let go. You don't have to freak out. We're teaching ourselves, teaching our nervous system in those moments of discomfort, in those moments even outside of this room, those moments in life when we get uncomfortable, when things feel a little overwhelming, we get triggered. We're like, hey, body, it's okay. You're safe. Just breathe. Just relax. You come back to yourself. You come back to what we call a grounded place. You feel your feet on the ground. You feel present again. So a lot of times when we get triggered, we start to respond from a place that's in our past. We start to react bigger than we probably should to the situation in that moment because we're reacting. We're not responding from presence, from groundedness, from our center. So that's what we're doing here. We're teaching ourselves, we're practicing big, deep breaths, even when I'm uncomfortable. Take about 2 or 3 more. Good job, everybody. Bottom of your next exhale, start to find your way up, and we'll come into a seat again. But remember, we're not going too far, so just plop over onto your left butt cheek, allowing your hips to now open and your back knee to bend. Kind of scoot your hips around so that your left shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat, and then scoot your right knee up towards your left heel. Bring your hands behind you. And this might be as far as you go. That's totally fine. Remember, you don't want your inner right knee to lift up. So start to lean back. And if you have to, you can kind of adjust through your right foot or ankle, toes. Lean back as far as you can without letting your inner right knee lift. And if you are able to lay all the way down on your back without letting your right knee come off the ground, then try to press your back right ribs down more. Breathe. So remember, we're not going for a back bend or a heart opener. We're actually going for the opposite. So front ribs knit together. Nice and neutral through your spine. Good breathing. I super love when I can hear your breath. Thank you for breathing, you guys. Take one last round here. And then slowly begin your journey back up. Remember, first we're just going to swing our right leg around a few times. So if you need the help of your left hand on the ground beside you, that's okay. Otherwise, try not to use your hands. Keep your spine as tall as you can. And a few times, swing your right leg around, swing it back. You can play with your arm placement. There's really no right or wrong. So feel that mobility in your right hip. You might even start to feel some heat in your right hip. Eventually, let's say next round or two, right foot comes over to the outside of your left thigh. Keep it there. Hug your knee in and adjust as needed. So your left foot could come closer to your right glute, or you could extend your left leg forward. Hug your knee in, puff up your chest, proud chest. Inhale, right arm to the sky. And exhale, twist to your right. Right hand comes down. Use it as leverage to help you twist and help you sit up really tall. Broaden through the front of your shoulders, collarbones, and really send your breath down into your belly. So I know it's harder to breathe down into your belly when you're twisted, but you might put a little tiny extra effort behind your breath, all the way to empty with your exhales. Nice job. Take one last round. Unwind just your upper body. So hands over to the left edge of your mat. Take your little bow, round your spine. Breathe down into your low back. And then lift back up. Extend your left leg if it's not already. Moving into our fun arm balancing baby grasshopper pose. So left hand off the left edge of your mat. Right hand reaches down to grab your left foot. Personally, I like the outer edge. You could go peace fingers around your toe or grab your ankle or calf. All right, so pressing into left hand, pressing into right foot. Lift your butt up and reach it back so your core is strong. Your left arm's in chaturanga. And you're using your breath to help hold and support you. So butt back, core strong. Chaturanga with your left arm. Stand on your right foot. Yes, amazing. Beautiful. When you've had enough, let it go. And then uncross. Give your legs a little shaky shake. This time we'll come down onto our backs and take some windshield wipers. So go ahead when you're ready, lower all the way down. And windshield wiper it out. Nice and wide with your feet, nice and wide with your arms. And just side to side a few times. You might even stay on one side, take a couple breaths there. Finish the round you're on, come back to the center. Bring your feet together, knees apart, Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined cobbler's pose. So scoot your feet as close to your upper body as you can without feeling like it's hurting your low back. So if it hurts your low back, scoot your feet a little further away. You can stay and just relax here, breathe here, or invitation to add a little bit. So squeeze or press your heels together and then see if you can lift your butt up off the ground. As you lift your butt, imagine somebody's pressing your knees down towards the ground and you're trying to press against them, lifting your butt even higher. Squeeze your outer glutes, press through your heels, knees down, hips lift, breathe, soften your face. See if you can hold right here. Keep squeezing, keep lifting for 3, 2, and let it go. Lift your knees slowly back up. Constructive rest for a moment. Feet wide, knees together. So feet wide, knees together. An invitation to bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. Close your eyes and just feel. Feel your body on the ground. Feel your breath rising and falling. Feel the sensation in your body. And if you feel really good here, you just want to stay and drift off into your Shavasana, please feel free. If there are any finishing poses that you would like to take for yourself, give yourself about 5 to 10 rounds to do so. Personally, I always love me a happy baby at the end of practice. It's a good pose to neutralize the spine. Maybe you want a full body stretch. Maybe you want to squeeze your knees in, give yourself a big hug. So everybody just slowly begin to find your own way into your final relaxation if you're not there already. And please don't feel rushed. This is one of my favorite poems. It's by Maria Sabina. She's a Mexican medicine woman. Bless you. She says, cure yourself with the light of the sun and the rays of the moon, with the sound of the river and the waterfall, with the swaying of the sea and the fluttering of the birds. Heal yourself with mint and mint leaves, with neem and eucalyptus. Sweeten yourself with lavender, rosemary, and chamomile. Hug yourself with the cocoa bean and a touch of cinnamon. Put love in your tea instead of sugar, and take it while looking up at the stars. Heal yourself with the kisses that the wind gives you and the hugs of the rain. Get strong with bare feet on the ground and with everything that is born from it. Get smarter every day by listening to your intuition, by looking at the world with the eye of your forehead. Jump, dance, sing so that you live happier. Heal yourself with beautiful love, and always remember, you are the medicine. So these last few moments, friends, you are the medicine. Just feel whatever's flowing through and simply let it. Shavasana. Take a great big inhale. And exhale and release, let it go. Just start to slowly wiggle fingers, toes. Come back into your physical body in this physical space. As you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. And as you rest on your side for just one more moment, maybe using one of your arms as a little pillow for your head, just really allow your practice to sink in, to soak in, to integrate in. Maybe there's some way you even imagine that, so use your imagination. And then just nice and easy, use your arms to guide you up into seated meditation, right back where we began our practice. As you sit up, gather your hands to your heart, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Really just acknowledge yourself for being here, for showing up for your practice today, showing up for yourself, taking time to tune in. I'll invite you to close this practice with one big Om. So if you'd rather just listen, that's fine. But the invitation is to use your voice as if it is your own vibration. So just like the bowls and the gong, they have a vibration, so do we. And it's actually one of our most powerful tools, I think. For some reason, we've been conditioned away from using our voice. So use your voice. Don't worry how you sound. Focus on how it feels. So let it move through your body, express out your mouth as sound, as noise, as vibration. So start by just exhaling, letting go, maybe clear your throat if needed. And breathe in your voice all the way down from your gut. Open your mouth. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming, for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends. You're welcome. Have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you again soon. I'm gonna go camping this week. It's like my one weekend. I don't have anything this weekend except for my Sunday class. So I'm gonna go camping, and Kim Dastrup is subbing my Sunday class. So just FYI. I think Escalante area. We were gonna go to the Uintas, but it looks like it's gonna rain, so yeah, it looks like rain and cold. Looks like it maybe even snow. So then we were looking at the desert, but then like Goblin Valley area is pretty windy, but the Escalante area looks like it might be doable. So we shall see. What do you think? What do you think, Missy? Sometimes. Parts of it, yeah. If it thunders, no. That's what always the worry is, like, as long as everything goes well, then she'll like enjoy it. But if the weather, yeah, then she's like shaky, anxious mess. She's an anxious mess with the thunder. Huh. My beautiful girl, is it time for another treat for you? You're the most spoiled girl. Did you cut your hair since I met you?
Yeah, the first few classes I had
Longer hair. Okay, it's cute. It's cute. Dude, I know. I had long hair my whole life, like longer than Mikkel's probably. And then I cut it, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. The first time. It was weird. I cut it short and I cut bangs. I had like, it was like, I changed my identity. No, but I really do feel like and my life slowly started falling apart. No, but only to be rebuilt in a more, yeah, in a better way for me now. My new self. Bye, Mikkel. Yeah, that, yeah, and it has that on the back. Like the little collection ones, like the dirty relators, and then these are the. I feel bad because her perfume smells so good, but Victoria can't.